So how many times as a coach have you prescribed the workout, and whether it be whatever, 5 or 6 times 1,000 meter reps at 5K pace, or 400 meter reps at mile pace, or 600 meter reps at 3K pace, whatever it is. How many times have you prescribed a set amount of reps and it's taken your athletes, several reps to kind of find their rhythm, find their pace? I know it's happened a lot as a coach in my experience, where whether it be, if you prescribe 400s and 70 and the first several reps are, your athletes are running them, or my athletes are running them at 64, 65. I know they mean well, but that's not the prescribed pace, right? So, and the thousands are too slow and it helps you need to transition in, or whatever it is. Well, are there things that you could do to help your athletes transition into a workout and even out of the workout on the back end? Yes, there are. That's what I want to talk about today, because over two decades of coaching at all levels, beginner to elite, high school, college, post-collegiate, I found that, if you have a group of 10 runners doing a workout, and they're all doing the same workout at their prescribed pace, not everybody's going to be nailing every rep of the workout. And that's the ultimate goal, right? To nail the reps of the workout, so be as precise as possible. And there things that you can do to modify or help them take advantage of the full workout. There are things, and that's what I want to talk about today, particularly when it comes to the short reps or long reps. So there are things that I incorporate in my training, and how I generally do it and prescribe for my athletes or recommend my athletes. I recommend a full active isolated flexibility routine first, and then a warm-up jog, okay, rather than a warm-up jog and then a static stretching routine, okay. I found the active, and I'm also a Wharton trained and certified musculoskeletal flexibility therapist, and I've been one for over 20 years. And in terms of flexibility, I will never do another flexibility routine again, aside from active isolated flexibility, because it allows me to focus on one area at a time. It doesn't irritate other areas of the body. It's reduced my injuries as a former competitive runner and a long-time martial artist almost to zero. But it also helps me recover from hard workouts. It helps me feel good throughout the day. So that's religion to me, that workout. And if you don't know about it, I'll put my video of my full body stretch routine for runners down in the description, along with a bunch of other videos. So take a look at them. But so I generally, let's say you're doing 400s, right? And let's say you're a 6-minute mile, you're running them in 90 seconds, or you're a 430 mile, you're running them in 67, right? 67.5. So what do I do at that point? Well, based on your current fitness, which are those two numbers, okay, after the warm-up and strides, I actually have my athletes do an 800-meter tempo effort. So let's just say your tempo effort's, if you're looking at the 6-minute mile, you're running the tempo effort, which is 3 minutes for an 800. Let's say you have a tempo effort in 340 or 330, okay, a minute slower than your mile pace. And so I have my athletes run a 330 rep, okay, and then a 3-minute recovery. And what that does is it helps them transition, it elevates their heart rate, and allows them to transition into the more faster, more intense work that's about to come, instead of going from strides into the workout. Because one of the problems that I've noticed about the strides is, after warm-up, some folks will do some really fast strides, which is fine, but it doesn't really help them lock into the pace of the workout, right? Now, not that it's a longer, slower rep, but with that said, the last thing you want, especially if you have shorter reps, is for them to be doing a bunch of them too fast, and way too fast, particularly if they're not fit enough to do so. And what I mean by fit enough is you might be able to do that, but you're not going to recover the way you're supposed to recover, okay, which is another important piece. So I have them do it, let's say the 400-meter reps are at 90 seconds, 130 per rep, all right, which is a 3-minute half. I have them do a 330 tempo rep, elevate the heart rate, okay, because it's a step from the warm-up to a little bit faster into the faster component of the workout, okay. Take a 3-minute recovery after that active recovery, and then you can either do a 200-meter effort at 45 seconds, okay, which is the 90 seconds of the 3-minute pace, to help you really lock into the pace, or you can go right into the workout itself, okay? And now you have a longer rep, again, elevate the heart rate, and it makes your actual workout that much better, okay? You'll feel better throughout the workout. You'll transition a little bit easier into the workout, okay? So That's one. Now, let's go longer reps, okay? Let's say the workout is, or actually, let me go back to the other one. Let's say you're doing the 430-mile reps. Excuse me, 67 seconds, right? So let's say the tempo reps a minute slower, so it's 5:30. So you do a tempo 800-meter effort at 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Okay, get the heart rate up, and then transition into the workout itself. Okay, your 3-minute active recovery, and then you go into the workout, and it does the same thing. Okay, you're just taking steps into the faster part of the workout. Because I also notice that sometimes people get way aggressive in the workouts, particularly shorter reps, and there could be hamstring grabs. There could be minute injuries that just pop up. This tempo rep allows you to not only kind of psychologically transition, but also physically transition into the workout so that you can maximize the benefit of the actual workout. You're not using a portion of the workout or a bunch of it to find your pace. Okay, so that's the point of it. Now, let's go back to the longer reps. Let's say you have 5 times 1,000, and you're looking, the pace is 3:45, which is 6 minutes per mile, right? 18:45. With a 2:30 recovery, you're doing 5 or 6 of them, okay? Or some people are doing 5, some people are doing 6, okay? What I have them do in that instance is I recommend 200-meter efforts, okay? 2, sometimes 3, it depends on the individual, but I'll have them do them at 44 to 45 seconds, which is the pace of the actual workout, okay? And so take a 200-meter effort, and then you 200-meter easy jog, and then you do a second one. You do at least 2. Some cases it takes a third rep to find the pace, but what it does is it allows you to lock into that pace, and it's much easier to lock into the pace with shorter reps, transitioning into longer reps than the vice versa, okay? So you do your 2 or your 3 by 200 with a 200-meter jog at 44 to 45 seconds. Then you transition into the workout. You do your 1,000-meter reps, okay? And now you're taking you're able to maximize the benefit of the entire workout. Instead of doing 3 or 4 of them at goal pace, you just did 5 or 6 of them at goal pace. Okay, that's the point of those 200s. The shorter reps to transition into the goal pace, and the longer reps to elevate the heart rate to transition into the faster pace. Okay, now let's go on the back end. How do you transition outward? Okay, so going back to those 400s, because if you're doing them at goal mile pace or faster, there's a good chance that you're putting some lactic into the legs, right? So on the back end, you could do another 800-meter effort if you want, and I have some of my athletes do that on certain days. But mostly on days where they're doing shorter stuff, okay? Because it'll allow them to not only transition out from the faster pace into the slower cool down, but it's also a way of helping to dump out some of the lactic in the legs to help speed up the recovery process for the next day's run and the next workout a couple days after that. So in this instance, it's the 800 at tempo. Your 400-meter workout, whether it be 2 sets of 4 by 400 at mile pace with a minute recovery and 3-minute recovery in between a set, or 8 straight 400s or 6 straight 400s, whatever it is. And then on the back end, okay, you take the 3-minute recovery after the last rep just like you did going into the workout, then you do another 800-meter effort at tempo pace, okay? So it would be the 330 or 245 or whatever it is based on what you're running or what your athletes are running, and then you go into the cool down, okay? So it's an easy way of gradually transitioning upward and now gradually transitioning downward. And again, you'd be surprised at how well something like that can help the legs feel so much better after you've run really hard, fast reps. Okay, it's a really great way of starting to flush out the legs. It is a different feeling. Okay, and the goal is to recover appropriately for the next workout. So, and on the flip side, going down back to the longer reps, whether it be thousands or 1200s or mile reps, whatever it is. But in this instance, thousands, those 2 to 300 meter efforts you did in the beginning, you can bookend it on the back end too and do 2 to 3 of them on the back end after your main workout. And it also allows you to do a little bit more work at the goal pace. And it's easier to do it when they're shorter reps. So you can go back and do 2 to 3 of them, at least 2, with a 200-meter jog recovery, and then you can transition back into the cool down. Okay, so those 2 things right there, transitioning into a workout and transitioning out of a workout, I've noticed can save a lot of headaches, can speed up recovery, can help maximize the benefits of a workout, which is key, but also helps your athletes feel better during the main part of the workout. Okay, when you can lock into pace and just kind of do it, It's much easier. Okay, when you can transition into the harder, faster stuff, you're gonna feel a heck of a lot better. It's not that much of a whirlwind when you hit those first 1 or 2 400-meter reps, and your head's spinning and your biceps are burning and all this stuff. That tempo rep helps you transition into that and helps you transition out of it on the back end. That's the whole point of it. And the short reps helps you lock into the pace for the longer workout. So, and then you obviously do your cool down on the back end. So I hope you found this helpful. These are the types of videos that I like to do. It's the little pieces of training like that can make the difference. It can make a significant difference, which is why I want to share things like this. And being able to have learned from some of the best coaches around over the last 2 decades has really, really given me not only experience but perspective, and it's allowed me to develop a coaching philosophy of my own that I use with my athletes. And it's tailor-made for your athletes. It's individualized, but at the same time, if you have people training together, there are certain similarities that they can take advantage of, while also separating to address individual needs as well. So, but it's these things like this that can help elevate workouts to the next level. They're not sexy, they're not flashy, but they can be done on a regular basis, and it's not at the expense of a workout. It's not going to require an extra day's recovery or anything like that. It can really make a huge difference. So, and this is for middle distance runners, people training. It doesn't matter. Okay, these can benefit everybody. So, let me know if you found this helpful. I'm going to put my stretching routine video down below. I'm also going to put some fully detailed training programs, so the half marathon, the marathon, and I have other videos as well, 5K fully detailed training programs. I've got sub 20, sub 19, sub 18, sub 17, sub 16, and sub 15. All on my channel, fully detailed. Okay, by the day, by the week, and fully explained. Okay, so you can see the method to the madness in the training. Sub 4 hours, sub 3:30, sub 3 hours, sub 2:30 for the marathon, all on the channel. Sub 2 hours, sub 1:45, sub 1:30, sub 1:15 half marathon, all on the channel. But look in the description, you'll find a bunch of them down there already. I've got workouts galore, I've got injury prevention, I've got threshold training, tempo, hill training, almost 200 videos of comprehensive training detail. So if you're a coach and you want to learn more, this is a channel for you. If you're an athlete, you want to learn more as an athlete, or if you're aspiring to become a coach, this is a channel for you. Okay? And let it be. I want to serve as many folks in the running community as possible. That's why I'm making this channel. Okay? And that's why I want to continue growing, and I want to help as many people as possible. So if you know anybody who you think might benefit from this, please share it with them. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet, and hit the notification so you know when I put out new videos. Okay? But I appreciate your support one way or the other. And again, any one of my videos, leave your feedback in the comments, whether you think it's good, whether you think you don't like. It doesn't matter whether you agree, whether you disagree. Your feedback's welcome. I want to have as much dialogue as possible so we can make each other better. So with that, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.